It's good to see you again, sir. From your perspective, how will the death of Yahya Sinwar affect Hamas?
Well, first of all, Hamas is in real trouble. Their infrastructure has been destroyed. Their last place is Rafah, and the operation in Rafah had been delayed. And this what actually lengthened the lifespan of Hamas. Hamas is in real trouble. Their leader Ismail Haniyeh was assassinated. Their military chief Muhammad Deif was assassinated. Today, Yahya Sinwar is killed. And all these people have orchestrated, planned, executed a genocide against the Jewish people on October 7. But worse than this, they used civilians as human shields. They weaponized children and women to achieve their political gain, to their financial gain, to delegitimize Israel, and to legitimize their violent cause. So today, the death of Sinwar is a reality that is showing that violence is a dead end. So no matter how the Palestinians will try to sacrifice children for political and financial gain, which is not a new practice, by the way. This practice is a 70-year-old practice inspired by the Iranian Ayatollah, when he sent thousands of Iranian children to sweep minefields with their bare bodies. This evil practice must stop. Mm-hmm. And the world, unfortunately, instead of prosecuting such criminals, they have rewarded them with legitimacy. They have rewarded them financially. And this is why they came stronger and stronger every time. This is not the first war in Gaza, Jake.
Right.
This is the fifth one. And every time the world gave them sympathy, gave them legitimacy. And this is why they doubled down on October 7. So today is not the end of the war, but today is the end of an evil strategy that has been using children for political and financial gain.
So let me ask you, obviously what Hamas did, what Yahya Sinwar masterminded on October 7th of last year, killing 1,200 people in Israel, from Israelis, but also Americans and people from all over the world, kidnapping 250, etc. Obviously, that was horrific and barbaric. But also, it was not a surprise that the IDF would respond militarily. And so, in a way, they also did what they did to what's going on in Gaza is Hamas's responsibility in many ways. Obviously, Netanyahu has been, and Yoav Gallant have been in charge of what the IDF is doing technically, but obviously there was going to be a response. And I guess my question is, with so many leaders of Hamas now dead, with 20,000 Hamas fighters, according to Netanyahu, killed, with so many innocent Palestinians killed, wounded, made homeless, etc., why doesn't Hamas surrender? Like, what is the thinking behind continuing to fight, continuing to wreak havoc, or invite the havoc wreaked on their own people? It just help us understand the mindset of Hamas leaders.
Look, Hamas ideology states very clearly, victory or death. These are the two options they have. They cannot accept defeat. They never admitted defeat. They see defeat, they see their leaders being eliminated, but then they insist on committing suicide and drowning the boat with everybody on it. That includes the innocent hostages. That includes the innocent civilians in Gaza. They are suicidal. And unfortunately, I don't know how else we could have dealt with them. What would be an alternative strategy or method to actually uproot Hamas from Gaza and remove them from power so they could never repeat their tragedy again? And it's horrific what they did. But the world got confused. And instead of delegitimizing Hamas, instead of rejecting Hamas' evil strategy, of using civilians as human shields, of destabilizing the region. The world got united behind the Palestinian violent ideology, and they condemned Israel. And I think this is what actually helped Hamas' lifespan to continue. And today, when they see sympathy, especially from American campuses, especially from high-profile politicians, that actually fell in the trap of Hamas' emotional trap that they created for the world. They have been encouraged, and they want to actually double down on their strategy. And this is why I say we must, that we have to define the line. It's a very sensitive issue. And our emotions towards the victims in Gaza, what's happening in Gaza is a tragedy. All of us agree on that. But we cannot be driven by emotions and forget about the most important task and allow the criminals, the terrorists, to get away with their crime. Because if we reward them, or if they get away unpunished, this means that they're going to repeat this again and again. It's as simple as that. And of course, I hope that this come to an end and the civilians in Gaza will go back to normal life.
Mosab, Hassan, Yousef, thank you so much. Appreciate it, my friend.